What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Let me check something out really quick. Check this out. Content. Um, okay, it's not being monetized. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's everybody into? Atlanta's in the house, I see. Hold on. Let me just make sure we get all nice and set up here. Let's get everything nice and organized. Hold on. Let's make sure we got everything nice and put together. There you go. Let me run through, say what's up. Cool guy Don in the building. Lay off my man, cool guy Don. Jason in the building. Hi, Michelle. Cashmere, what up? Atlanta's in the house indeed. Rastus, what's going on? Rastus, you been gone for a while? Tyrone, what's going on? Antron's in the house. What up? I got people tuned in tonight. Out here at KTP. Fair enough. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Midnight Show. Your boy Maybin, ironically, does not have the hiccups tonight. Can y'all believe that Coach Stoops said this little hiccup here? Did y'all hear on the show today the Nick Valvano mashup of Mark Blakenbaker? Because if y'all didn't hear that, I will go find it. Actually, cool guy Don, can you send me that link of the first hour? Or did it get fixed? Because my man Nikki's head, actually, I don't have to go straight to that. Cool guy Don, appreciate that. Shout out to Nikki V. Actually, I won't even plug that in just yet. If this is a hiccup, oh my God. Son, at Trinity, they practice at 5:30. Oh, look, are you just going to stay up? Steve, what's going on? Evening, fellow Cars fans. Ryan, what's good? Ram State Reds fan in the building. Let me catch up. Hi, Alicia. I'm in the backyard drinking, smoking chicken. Woo! Cheers to Nikki V, no doubt. Five is back up here and has energy. I know, Terrence. That's a great point. Because, Terrence, I took my nap today and I feel terrible about it. I was supposed to be breaking my nap habit, but I guess I am what I am. Right. Cool guy Don. Damn it, cool guy Don. Give me 30 seconds, y'all. Darn it. Darn it. I was just supposed to be chilling, hanging out. Actually, I may need more like 50 seconds. I didn't realize. I did not realize that I didn't wash my favorite glass. I don't want that. I want my glass. Sorry about that, y'all. But Y'all know sometimes I just like things a certain way. And when it comes to my evening glass, it has to be the right way. There you go. There you go. Uh, let me get that. Sorry about that, y'all. That's why I'm always a couple seconds late. Because I failed to prepare like I should. I should do a much better job of preparing for the evening. And yes, I do have my energy back, by the way. That is a fact. Okay. Now that I have my glass. Cup of cubes. We're going to go with some good old traditional Svedka. And when I get my Svedka sponsorship, it's really going to be on. Tomorrow, I may try to change microphones to see if y'all can hear me better when I go to the other room. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Here I come, good people. You know I move a little slow. Let's get comfortable. They loaded the wrong show to the SoundCloud. I was trying to listen because I had a meeting. Did they ever clean it up? Did he ever fix it? Let me know. Did he ever fix it? Oh, darn it. Yeah, they loaded the wrong show to SoundCloud. I was trying to listen. I had a meeting. Yeah, Nikki V is really good, y'all. He's really Lauren's in the building. It didn't get updated. Okay. Listen, Nikki's doing back-to-back shows. Cut him some slack. Erasmus is just up. Yeah, that's Tammy Red. That's 100% an OCD thing, and I am as guilty as charged on that fact. Tammy, listen, right before I do a show, listen, I end up making my bed, vacuuming, cleaning off things. I can't even do a show when the house is junky for real. Listen, even at work, the reason the show starts at 10:04 instead of 10 o'clock or 10:01 is because of all these last second kinks I get, right before the show. I fell for it too. I didn't think Elle was gonna have a top at all. I don't know why. Maybe I thought, I thought that's exactly what I thought, Terrence. That's exactly what I thought. Strike one on Nikki. Oh man, it didn't get up. So he just uploaded the wrong one. Is that what y'all saying? Jordan Ness in the building. What's good? I might be already be drunk tonight. Fair enough. Cool guy Dawn. Cheers to cool guy Dawn. He is 100% fair. What's going on with my screen? What's going on? Is something messed up? Let me know. Let me know if something's up. Yeah. Okay. Here's what I will do. Because I do want y'all to hear this. Hold on. I do want y'all to hear this at some point, but But first, let's go to the video. I got y'all in here. I never knew who Christian Card was. I never knew who Christian Card was. I just now saw it. Okay. Okay, now I feel so much better. Listen, y'all, if you're in this room at night and you're on Twitter, send me something on Twitter so I know who you are. Or, I mean, if y'all want to appreciate it, ask that. If y'all want to remain anonymous, that's cool too. That's cool too. But I do like knowing who y'all are, you know, with an avatar or something. Okay, so we will go. Let me see. Steve sent it to me, I believe. Steve, let's go check it out. Okay, he sent it to me. That's closed. Okay, let's do this, y'all. Y'all ready to have a little fun? Yes, I follow back. Yeah, yes, of course I follow back. As long as you don't talk, as long as you don't post hot COVID takes 20 times a day, I'm gonna unfollow and block everybody who can't stop talking about COVID every day. Regardless of how you feel. Cardinal Cam in the building. Yeah. Listen, y'all don't want to hear me talk politics. I don't want to follow people who can't stop talking COVID every single day. And bullying. Let's do it. Share audio. Here it goes. Let me make sure y'all see it. Let me get this off the screen. Oh, bang. Don't worry. We'll elevate the size.
Not too early. It's a big go Cards day.
Cards 525, wings 540, big guys 6.
Hold on, y'all. I like it. Get out there before the sun come up. L is really feeling himself. He done got the hair dyed. He done got the tips dyed up and everything. Look, he had the energy. Listen, and Malik, you better have ran today. We got that nice soft track. You better run that 6-minute mile today. You out here talking about it's not too early. That, by the way, that was Steve who told me that. And I agreed with him. You better be running this thing. You better be running this, Malik.
Not too early. It's a big go Cards day.
Get on out there, y'all.
Cards 525.
Guards 525, wings 540, and the big guys 6. I don't know, man. That might be too much time for the big guys. I don't know, coach. And if we're gonna be running, if we got a new regiment, you might be giving them too much leniency.
Wings 540, big guys 6. Let's go! Pretty good job this morning, all right? You feel good about yourself. I love our team camaraderie, guys pushing one another, coming in here with a little pop this morning, a little energy. The guards really set the tone. All right, good job, man. Good job. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hold on, y'all.
Good job. All right, good job. Good job.
Big fella.
All right, good job. Good job.
Big fella.
1, 2, 3.
So listen, y'all. Steve told me that big fella was struggling. Sorry about that, Cashmere. I left it on the screen. I didn't mean to. Hold on. Not gonna happen the first playback. Maybe the third time. Maybe the 6th playback. Take the comment. Y'all know. Y'all have to remind me. Sorry.
Not too early. It's a big
Nate,
go
I
card
have
still.
no idea.
Guards 525, wings 540, big guys 6. Let's go! Pretty good job this morning, all right? Feel good about yourself. I loved our team camaraderie, guys pushing one another, coming in here with a little pop this morning, a little energy. The guards really set the tone. All right, good job, man. Good job. All right, good job, man. Good job. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3, together.
I enjoy that so much, y'all. I enjoy that so much. I enjoy him getting after it. I totally enjoy watching him get after it. I absolutely love it. Right? Did he steal my let's go? Wait, do I have a box to open? He was trying. Yeah, and listen, and I hated running, so I don't judge. I hated long distance running, especially. I used to hurt my back, my ribs get to hurting, and man, that was brutal. Sorry I had the comments on there. Do I have a box or package to open? What? No, I got some packages to send out. He was hurt. Yeah, it's no rush, Lonnie. It's no rush at all. Like I said, he's a big dude. And here's the problem. Big guys, they learn to use their bursts judiciously. You know what I'm saying? Like, big guys are not sprinters, you know what I'm saying? But they can run fast when they have to run fast. But he's definitely gonna get smaller. He's gonna get slimmer. You see his family, like his family's pretty thick. I ran cross country in high school. I love watching other sports struggle. Yes. This is what I feel like watching y'all. Fair enough. Do I have a Christmas gift to open? I guarantee I do. I guarantee if I went over to that closet right there, I would have a Christmas box to open. Guaranteed. I guarantee I got 2 Christmas boxes in there. What's this? January, February, August? Oh yeah, I guarantee that. Yeah, for sure. Again, I do have packages to send out instead of open. So there's that. Oh man. Listen. And by the way, let me remind y'all, keep that foot on their neck. Run track and cross country. Actually, let me put these back up here. Run track cross country. It was fun watching the football players talk a whole bunch of crap and dying our work. Oh, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. By the way, no, he definitely wouldn't give. He would not give out fake times. No, he would shame them. I'm sure they have a list and chart on the wall. Make it competitive. Yeah, Steve made that point on the show today. I actually, I want y'all to hear something else. If I can't, I can't hear it there. Hold on. Let me see if I can hear it. I just want to try to find something real quick.
And I don't care how hot it is outside. The block spent way too much money.
Okay.
Like, your money. Yeah. What?
Hold on.
I know people. Exceptions, and then, or again, I mean, amazing.
Hold on, yeah. I think I almost got it.
And like, you know, and that right there is another wrinkle. They're like a game or something. The list Marques. And what if was going on? Right, right.
Hold on, y'all. Sorry.
But we are wrong.
That's still first hour.
We are wrong in the thing, but yet.
Hold on.
Oh well, you just got to deal with that. Let Mark Blankenbaker say this guy doesn't like the here. Wait for facts.
Hold on.
It's remarkable. Analytically, you cannot deny what I'm saying.
Golly, what I was doing is I was trying to find. Now we know Ellis can run forever. Yeah, he might have set the standard too high. Mac ain't that nice. Did you hear how mean he was at the end? I know, Devin. And by the way, speaking of Coach Mac, let me just make this point right here. At what point are y'all going to let people stop getting away with, well, we don't know if that transfer is good, or we don't know if that transfer is good? He got a pretty good track record with his transfers. Like I said, the two transfer fail, and I'm saying fail, is Fresh Kimball, who was getting better, and Charles Midland, who was hurt. So you never know how good he was or was not. But for his transfers, like, y'all got to cut him some slack. Like, y'all got to start saying, not, oh, we don't know what he's going to do. Just say, no, he's good with transfers. We need to put that on. We need to tag that on his resume. Yeah, right. And that was 100% true. I'd take a running a mile. Oh, then suicide drills. Oh, hell no. Absolutely not. Give me the suicides. Marques with the right. Yeah, I'm in the mood. Listen, this one isn't. This is not y'all glass, but I should have got it. But I got big hands, so the glass is a little smaller, but it's perfect. It's perfect for the right amount of a drink. That's what I was looking for, George. So if y'all will be patient, I will share that. Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to get. I just don't remember at what minute that we played it.
You never per hour, Steve. That's the same. That's the and had somebody. It's been glossed over by the who's talking this information. The local media.
I think
said, hey,
I'm close.
Yeah, because against problems that happen after.
Oh, here it is.
And then so there's this conflict party.
I found it.
Tell much. Right. It doesn't.
I found it.
Beat up. Or did you just tweet all through the night? Did you? Awesome. People seem to really, really enjoy it, but can I we can grab one of those? Thank you.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, I want to talk about this. This is Maestro. This is very important. Let's not finish this night without me telling y'all how I feel. I should have talked about it during the show, but we started talking about everything else and got carried away. Maestro, I do want to talk about that. I am passionate about that conversation. For condition, country to condition for basketball. The new Coach Carter came out and tried to kill us all. That is funny. That's why I love y'all's glass too. It looks just like it. It's exactly what I wanted. Justin Davis in the house. Okay, here it is. Y'all may have to turn up your volumes a little bit on this. I don't know how loud Nikki made it or did not make it, or it's going to sound to y'all. Okay, but here's how we're going to do this. Let me see. Share, tab. Okay. What's up, y'all? Cheers to Charlie Watts. Rip for sure, Charles. For sure, Charles. Okay. Let me make sure I'm sharing the audio. Okay. Share. Okay, I'll make it. I'll reverse it though. Okay. So turn up your volume so y'all can hear it clear. I'll do the best I can. Okay. Right. Okay, so here's the thing, Steve. There's a segment that we do on the show. People seem to really, really enjoy it, but you know, we here at 93.9 The Ville, we love to give our producers opportunities to shine and show their talents as well. So today when we do this segment, it's going to have a bit of a different feel to it. But when we do this segment, I encourage people to get out their notepads or their legal pads, I should say. You know, just to take notes. And you know, I'm
football.
I mean, who knows? Like, who knows, Steve? But
Fair enough.
I'll tell you what, we'll just kind of sit back for a couple seconds and everybody enjoys this segment. So fire away.
Did you sleep Friday, or did you just tweet all through the night? Did you
all Friday? No.
Yeah, it seemed like you went to bed tweeting, woke up tweeting.
Well, I couldn't
tweeted in your
sleep.
sleep.
I had all these hiccups.
Nikki put this together, y'all.
And people are like, you really need to look into this. You really need to look. And I'm like, there's nothing there at all. Like,
should say, Nikki put this together, y'all.
Just to take notes.
And he put it together quick.
You know, I'm
football.
I mean, who knows? Like, who knows, Steve? But
fair enough.
I'll tell you what, we'll just kind of sit back for a couple seconds and everybody enjoys this segment. So fire away.
Did you sleep Friday, or did you just tweet all through the night? Did you
all Friday? No.
It seemed like you went to bed tweeting, woke up tweeting.
Well, I couldn't
tweeted in your
sleep.
sleep.
I had all these hiccups. And people are like, you really need to look into this. You really need to look. And I'm like, there's nothing there at all. Like, and then finally, you know, I get this fraternity that reaches out to me. And it's like wanting to chat and like, what do we do? Nobody will talk to us. Like, we got in trouble for throwing a party. We got beat up. You know, guy put a gun in one of my brother's face. You know, what do we do? And I'm like, well, you go do this, this, and this. And then I've seen it two separate people.
Okay.
At least that,
according to them,
according to them, that Eric Crawford has talked to at WDRB.
Right.
You know, so you've got two different people. Do you have 4 or 5 people that saw the gun? The thing to know is that there were 3 incidents here. Okay, like there was the first incident when they were asked to leave and they put up a fight about it. There was a second incident the day of the night that the really bad incident, and the second incident is the one that you have on video, and I've sent it to you. But the thing is,
I can't really tell much. I mean, it's right. It doesn't.
And it's important to note that that's not the fraternity that got beat up later on that night. That was a misidentified fraternity. Like, that was not the fraternity. It was the second fraternity that's involved that got beat up in that video. So the Kentucky football players who did that, okay, they thought that they were going after the dudes that they got later. But they so you got 2 fraternities involved. Everybody's focused on one fraternity. There's 2 of them. You got lots of people who have bruises, and there's females with bruises around their necks. You've seen some of those photos, and it's like, okay, well, how much more evidence do you need?
This is all facts, y'all.
Arrest, 8 charges brought now in 4 months.
Why are there no? I mean, that question is fair. Why were there no assault charges? If this is just burglary,
great question.
I think there's a lot of questions for the Lexington police.
There are players. So, you know, in discussing this with the fraternity, there's a player that was not charged. I was surprised by.
Okay,
because they allege that, you know, he actually, you know, inflicted some of the most significant damage to one of the attendees of the party. And I don't know if that means that the investigation is ongoing, there's more charges to be brought later, or if they can't actually place this particular player there. And one of the reasons why this is a student conduct review hearing, the attorney that was representing Vito Tisdale had information on this individual and said this football player was actually in quarantine at the time, and it was impossible that he would ever break quarantine and go beat the hell out of this kid. Okay. And so they're like, nah, that was 100% him. And then so there's this conflict about the information. I'll play ball. You know, I'll at least hear, because I have been wondering about, people have been asking me to investigate Vito Tisdale, and I don't do investigations. Can you find out what happened? Sure. So this is the first crack, and I'm like, all right, let's see what's going on here. I talked to them, and the first thing that I can tell is that they're scared, very scared. Like they don't feel like they've been supported. They've gotten in trouble and they've been assaulted. And then one of the things that happened after the student conduct review hearing is that the football players, allegedly from the fraternity, would show up around their house. Girlfriends coming in, and then the girlfriends would come into the house and be like, "They're out there." Is Kentucky football really going to go 8-0 against prosecutors this summer?
Thoughts, Steve? This music makes me feel like I'm in the 70s. All that good information from Mark Blakenbaker, and that's what you took away from that, is the music making you feel like it's the 70s. Shame on you. Did y'all hear Mark Blakenbaker walk you through the exact story, all the details of everything? How many more cover-ups where these kids are reaching to outside media because nobody will talk to them and they're getting bullied by their own university? Yes, and I feel bad. I feel bad. Like I didn't want this to turn into a police scandal, but if, like, literally the most fundamental thing is if I give a police report and you don't file the police report, then our trust, our bond of trust between citizen and campus police or local police, it's fractured. If I literally, listen, if you act like you're writing down what I'm saying, and I think I'm giving you a police report, and no report is ever filed from the incident, and people are here beat up and holding their eye and put ice on their face, and old girl got choke marks on her neck, and they taking pictures just to make sure, and all this, and then they talk to the campus police, and then they have a campus review board, and the campus says you shouldn't have been having a party because of COVID anyway, so we're not even gonna get anybody in trouble. It's like, WTF. Great job, Mark. Great job, Nikki V. I agree 100%. Yeah. Listen. Even if he's not your type of whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like he did the right thing here, y'all. And like, y'all don't understand. It's pressure on him to do what he's doing. Like, people just like think he's not a troll. I mean, he has a real website, a real Louisville-based website. He's not just a troll. I mean, he talks, he back and forth and all that good stuff. He's not a troll. And it brings, like, you'd be surprised at the levels of heat and pressure you get talking about Kentucky. Again, me playing, it kind of gives me immunity because it's like, oh, okay, he's a player. He can say whatever he wants. So I kind of got a little bit of immunity from that. But I still get, like, it don't stop me, my inboxes from getting bombarded, the nasty stuff. Like, they won't, it doesn't stop. Okay, it stops some things. It does stop something. It does stop some growth, all that good stuff. Yeah, I mean, but here's the problem. Ignoring witnesses by the media, that's an intimidation without intimidating. Listen, media not accepting their phone calls is almost more intimidating than them sitting out front. But again, they can say, oh, I had a girlfriend that lives in the other house. That's why it's so important. This is why it's so important to say, I don't want to hear, let it play out. You had 6 months. The damage and the intimidation And the lack of trust has already happened for the last 6 months, y'all. So you don't uncover stuff 6 months later and then start saying, well, let's wait for the result. No, the result was it got reported and it got buried. That's the case. The case happened. They reported it, multiple witnesses. It got buried. That's the case. These aren't new allegations coming out. These are the same things that they reported 6 months ago. Waiting for a judicial system to decide on something that already happened 6 months ago, that was already reported 6 months ago. Like that, your campus saying, no harm, no foul. The case already happened. So when I get in the media, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear let the facts play out. You're already trying to move past this story. You had 6 months to come up with stories, to talk to people, to lawyer up, to come up with, think about this. Those kids gave all the evidence they had. They gave their testimonies. They gave all the evidence they had to the police. We know it was this dude. We know it was this dude. This is how I knew he had a gun. I saw the gun. He put the gun in this guy's face. So they had 6 months to say, okay, when you talk to him, you need to say, okay, I didn't have a gun. And when I was about to punch him, he closed his eyes. So how would he know I had it? Like, they've got time to put together a whole story. 6 months of a buried investigation, which is frightening, which is terrifying, I mean, and see, but here's the thing. They're not necessarily rich frat boys. Like, I don't even want you to look at it like that. They're students that like being at Kentucky. They're college students. They took out loans to go to college too, not just all daddy's money. They took loans out to go to college. They grew up loving Kentucky. They're getting bullied, not just the rich dudes, not just the rich, like, daddy's money. Think about it. They went and beat up another fraternity, and none of that got reported. And that other one was outside. That was a mistaken identity fraternity beat up. Yes, Jason. Yes. And the video that Blake and Baker had was that when they ran up on that fraternity. That was outside. They did that outside in the streets. They got video of that one. The other one, that happened, it happened so fast, and it was at 3 in the morning. So that's why it wasn't just like blatant, good camera footage. It's dark. It's 3 in the morning. Everybody leaving. Before you know it, they bum rush it. Y'all know a good fight lasts 38 seconds. You know what I'm saying? A good wild things last 40, 30, 45 seconds. I mean, I don't even want to just say it's the police, because it started on campus. It started with that, the accountability committee or whatever that was on campus. That little judicial on-campus review, that's what stops people from going to the police. So they it's like the IARP. You go to IARP so you can't take it to the Supreme Court. So if you're a student, you go to the on-campus judicial, people. They give out a ruling and they say our ruling's final. So we don't, so you do that to stop from involving the police. Problem is, they called the police. The police were already involved. You know what I'm saying? And again, it never got reported. And again, you got to admit, police supposed to take the report, former football player. Judge son played wide receiver 2 years ago at Kentucky. Like, at what point, how much math do you got to go? Do you need to say before you say, no, the last 5 years alone, since I've been on the radio, I've seen drug emporiums not get started. I've seen, like I said, Derek Willis, like I got no issue with Derek Willis. But the DUI, if Bo Knight was a platinum DUI, what Derek Willis got is the GOAT of DUIs. And I said it. Derek Willis had the greatest DUI of all times, y'all. Hey, listen, passed out, hanging out of the car in the driver's seat of the car with the car running and a passenger hanging out the car or passed out in the passenger seat as well. I can't imagine a DUI that's worse of me hanging out the car, pissy ass drunk, and police saying, "Hey, Marques, huh? Yeah, another drink, bartender." No, Marques. Do you know where you are? Yeah, I'm at Cat West, Club Cat West, and I just want one more drink. Sir, Marques, you've been passed out in the middle of the street for God knows how long. And do you have somebody in your passenger seat? Who is that? I don't know. Don't tell my girlfriend. I don't know who she is. Hey, get out of my car. You're not my girlfriend. Who are you? Like, could you imagine that? And they got it all on video. And they got him in the back seat. And they got him going to jail on video. They don't release none of that stuff. They should. But again, Bill, that's why I said these kids, they don't want to take down Kentucky. That's how much they love being at that school. They don't want to take down Kentucky. They just want to get justice, and they don't want to be on probation. Everybody had parties. You're going to put them on probation because the football players overran and beat some people up? They love being at their school. That's just not a frat thing. Yeah. And again, I understand Drew Diener has to be devil's advocate, but Mark Blakenbaker was just giving off evidence after evidence after evidence. And Drew just keeps on saying, well, we don't know about that. Well, we don't know about that. Well, okay, well, if I call the police and say, Tisdale just busted in our place. He put a gun in my friend's face. He put a gun in so-and-so's face, and he smacked some girls around. If they don't even file a police report, then what are we doing here? Then what are we doing? What are we doing here? If you can't say the football players came in here and did this to me, he held me against the wall, he hit me, and then he went to somebody else. Here's this. Here's where he scratched me. This is the picture. If you can't tell the police that and get a report filed on campus, what are we doing here? Yeah, I mean, did you hear it? Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'm annoying at times. I know that. Yeah, but here's the thing. While yes, Mark Blakenbaker did a great job. When I told y'all a week or two before it came out, I was getting the same reach out, but I know I don't have a website. I don't have the credibility that Mark has. So it wouldn't even sound right coming from me. If I say I know some Kentucky fraternity kids that are saying, like Mark, like I said, Mark really goes for press credentials. He really has ran a media website. So I knew, and Mark's not the only person that's getting this either. A couple of us were getting this information because the kids were really just reaching out for help, and not help because they wanted to kill the school, just help because the story was getting buried locally. See, I didn't listen to him at all. But again, y'all, it's pressure. It's pressure when you start going to Kentucky. That's why you need to give Marques roses on this. It's pressure, man. Your job gets difficult when you talk about Kentucky in a harsh way. So I got to call it out though. Yes, because they said he was on quarantine. Like he wouldn't leave his dorm room if he got called to come off quarantine. Like that's their evidence. He was supposed to be on quarantine. Yeah, and Blake and Baker told me the story about them saying N-word. That wasn't even a story. Blake and Baker told, well, I don't want to say a name. Blake and Baker said there's somebody that works at that other website and radio station that said, what if they said the N-word? So they threw it out there, and then people were like, oh, well, if he said the N-word. But there was no original report that they came in there because somebody said the N-word. That came from media. That was a hypothetical thing that came from media. So that's why those kids had to defend saying, we didn't say the N-word. Like, no, nobody said that. But again, now you done listen, a media person has thrown that out there. And now it grew legs for Kentucky people to try to defend the players. Oh, well, if they said that, then, but that wasn't even true. That wasn't even in the original statements of the players or nothing. That came from a media member. And Mark tracked it down who it came from. So that'll come out next. Right. But all you can do is, again, don't be bashful. Don't be bashful about saying, listen, we got to play by the rules. Y'all don't. So I'm clowning. Will not stop. I will not be bashful. 100% a culture problem. 1,000% a culture problem. That's the definition of culture problem, y'all. Day off work. Jansen, what's going on? Glad you made it in. We can't count on local media networks cover national media. Okay, yeah, I gotta catch up. There was Go DUI. I'll never forget when I heard about that. I can't believe it. Yes, a GOAT, a greatest of all time. FOIA request. I mean, he did work there for 7 years. I mean, but like I said, Diener's just a professional. Like he has to be devil's advocate. Diener has to be contrarian. Diener wants a successful show. He doesn't do allegiances, but he don't want to like. He definitely don't want to piss off UK for sure. But he's more concerned with having a good show than allegiances. Oh God, because they thought that. Listen, but that's what you do. You put them on probation, and listen, you put them on probation, and then you hire a private investigator to watch them for the next 6 months. They're gonna make a mistake, and then as soon as they make a mistake, they're gonna kick that fraternity off campus. That's why they're reaching out, because they know they shouldn't be on probation. They know they shouldn't be on probation. And they knew once they got put on probation, the next step was going to be kicking them off campus. And then when they release the story and the details, they're going to sound like some disgruntled fraternity kids that got booted from campus. That's how you set somebody up. That's why the probation system has always been so bad. You're setting up to put somebody in jail for a long time. But Tisdale did not face jail. Well, he got his 45-day jail sentence probated. Add that to the story. Mark Blankenbaker didn't even talk about that part. Dude got in more trouble. Yeah, again, Jordan, that's an on-site offense. If you get emotional situations, you handle it right then. Nobody goes and gets 4 football players because some dude said the N-word. Do you know what I would say to somebody who called me and said, "Man, Marcus, some dudes over at the frat house called me the N-word. Let's ride." You didn't do nothing? No, we're not riding. You know what I would do? Have a drink. Calm down, have a drink. Why do you give a shit what them kids said to you? This is what, somebody yelling off the balcony or something? What you gonna do? What you want us to do? All of us just gang up and run in the frat house and go beat everybody up? How stupid. Did you see who said it? No, but I know it came from the frat house. So you don't know who said it. So what do you want to do? Hold everybody hostage until they give us the person who said it, and then what we're gonna do? We would beat them up. You sound so stupid. You know what? Get out of my room. Give me my drink back too. Oh, are you joking? Are you joking? Yeah, right. That's what they were doing. They were trying to push that. But they say we be wilding. Listen, I know. Cardinals fan 71. I know. Like I said, listen, y'all got to remember too. They're trying to say, listen, Jordan Fair's in trouble. You know what his biggest offense was? Not telling the NCAA that some other people were trying to do something shady. Not he was doing something shady. Not that he was participating in something shady, but he didn't tell the NCAA that he thought somebody was doing something shady. Kenny Johnson, they're saying he's in trouble because do y'all realize what the NCAA used to say we were uncooperative? Do y'all remember what the key situation was that the NCAA used to say we had an uncooperative staff? We had a grad assistant coach who gave up all of his bank information, his cell phone information, all of his records. He gave it all to the NCAA. A grad assistant coach gave all his information to the NCAA. You know what they said? Well, you got another cell phone that's in your grandmama name, and we want that cell phone too. And that dude said, y'all going too far now. I'm not giving you a cell phone that I done had since I've been 16 years old that's in my grandmama name. I'm not giving you that cell phone. The NCAA said, they're guilty. The staff was uncooperative. Banner, Final Four, records, done deal. So remember that every time you're getting made fun of, remember that their star witness or their big trump card was a grad assistant coach that wouldn't give up his cell phone that's in his grandma's name. That, like I said, that he had 7 years before he was even at the University of Louisville. That ain't even not snitching. You know what that is? That's That's not agreeing to a legal search and seizure, because that's what that was. That there's no probable cause to that. If I give you my business phone, because that's what this was. If it's an NCAA thing, you're saying, I don't know that girl. Okay, well, give us your bank statements. Here you go. Give us your credit card statements. Here you go. Give us your cell phone record. Give us the mileage on your car. He gave up everything. Then they came back and said, we found out you had another cell phone. Give us all that too. I'm done. And keep in mind, that's after they went through the whole staff, the whole team, 2 interviews. Y'all do realize that the NCAA did rule that they didn't feel like Rick Pitino or any other staff member had any knowledge of the Katina Powell situation. That, like, the NCAA ruled that. Right. That's his own private stuff. Like, nah. That's why Tom Brady smashed that cell phone. Listen, during Deflategate, and they started talking about taking Tom Brady's cell phone, he smashed that thing and it crumbles. Yeah, just don't forget that stuff, y'all. I know they won't hear about it. And let me say this as well, while we're all in here, and I see y'all in here. And while y'all in here, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification button. And thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you. I missed one. Sorry. I missed, hold on. Justin. Cheers for supporting the channel. Here's the problem with that statement. The truth will come out, but when you have 6 months in between what the incident and the truth, misinformation comes out. Things like the N-word rumor, things like Mark Blakenbaker is the one who started all this. So now you can tell a Kentucky fan that it's a Mark Blakenbaker conspiracy. And you know what they'll do? Stop paying attention. That's what happens when you bury a story for 6 months. You find 1,000 ways to make that story not true or less believable or less plausible. 6 months is a lifetime to fake news it, to fake narrative it, all that good stuff. So again, the crime, there's the crime, and then there's the true crime. And the true crime is the fact that when I go request the police records of that night, and they tell me, here's our list of police records, and I can flip through these pages, and there's no campus incident, or there's no report filed from the campus incident. When police are called to a fight, there has to be a police report at the end. So we can bring up that there was police called multiple times on this night onto this campus, and for there to be no police report, that's the crime. That's the true crime. That's the beginning of the true crime. You lose credibility after that. These are facts, what I'm saying, y'all. These are facts. Nothing. Like I said, the Rams robbed us tonight. I haven't been keeping up with that. It's a blue and white mess. Well, good night, y'all. Okay, get some good sleep. Miles Brand hated us and influenced everyone in NCL. I think it's I think it's their AD. Y'all remember when Kentucky got that bad seed that year, and the very next year, Mitch Barnhart was on the selection committee, and then 2 years later, he was head of the selection committee? How do you go from ripping the NCAA to being on the selection committee the very next year to in 1.5 years later being the head of the tournament selection committee? So every time y'all get mad and think about Mac not making a tournament, just remember Mitch Barnhart is the head of the tournament selection committee. Don't that make you uncomfortable? I believe there was, Ronnie. I mean, y'all want to do this one more time? Because I want y'all to hear these details. I want y'all to be armed. I do want y'all to be armed with this information.
Who that saw the gun?
When we do this segment,
I want y'all to hear the information one last time.
I encourage people to get out their notepads or their
Jordan, that's a fact.
Legal pads, I should say. Just to take notes. And
Kentucky football.
I mean, who knows? Who knows, Steve? But
Fair enough.
I'll tell you what, we'll just kind of sit back for a couple seconds and everybody enjoys this segment. So fire away.
Did you sleep Friday, or did you just tweet all through the night? Did you
On Friday? No.
Yeah, it seemed like you went to bed tweeting, woke up tweeting.
Well, I
and
couldn't
tweeted in your
sleep.
sleep.
I had all these hiccups.
That was a funny way to start it off.
And people are like, you really need to look into this. You really need to look. And I'm like, there's nothing there at all. And then
wait.
I
Sorry,
get this fraternity
I
that
screwed
reaches
up.
out to me.
Sorry,
y'all. Wanting to chat.
Could y'all hear that? Because I know I screwed that up. Let me see if y'all said there's no sound. Okay. Could y'all hear that at all? Tell me if y'all can hear that or not. Somebody please answer. Could you hear that sound I was playing just now? Okay. We'll start it over. Okay. I'll start over the share. Okay, y'all did hear it. Okay. Okay, sorry. I thought y'all couldn't hear it because I forgot I had the screen just down. Okay, we'll do it again. Let's do it this way so I know what's going on.
Kind of sit back for a couple seconds and everybody enjoys this segment. So fire away.
Did you sleep Friday, or did you just tweet all through the night? Did you?
On Friday? No.
Yeah, it seemed like you went to bed tweeting, woke up tweeting.
Well, I
and
couldn't
tweeted in your
sleep.
sleep.
I had all these hiccups.
That was a nice singer.
People are like, you really need to look into this. You really need to look. And I'm like, there's nothing there at all. And then finally, I get this fraternity that reaches out to me, and it's like wanting to chat and like, what do we do? Nobody will talk to us. Like, we got in trouble for throwing a party. We got beat up. Guy put a gun in one of my brother's face. What do we do? And I'm like, well, you go do this, and this, and then I've seen it two separate people.
Okay.
At least that.
According to them,
according to them, that Eric Crawford has talked to at WDRB.
Right.
So you've got two different people. Do you have 4 or 5 people that saw the gun?
I'll tell you what.
Sorry. He made sure he threw in. Eric Crawford heard the same thing I said. So even Marques trying to say, okay, don't just try to say I'm getting bad information. Eric Crawford, who's a journalist, is getting the same information. Sorry, I went back a little too far, y'all.
Kind of sit back for a couple seconds and
I'm not a professional at this.
Everybody enjoys this segment. So
good job, Nikki.
Did you sleep Friday, or did you just tweet all through the night? Did you?
On Friday? No.
Yeah, it seemed like you went to bed tweeting, woke up tweeting.
Well, I
and
couldn't
tweeted in your
sleep.
sleep.
I had all these hiccups. And people are like, you really need to look into this. You really need to look. And I'm like, there's nothing there at all. And then finally, I get this fraternity that reaches out to me, and it's like wanting to chat and like, what do we do? Nobody will talk to us. Like, we got in trouble for throwing a party. We got beat up. guy put a gun in one of my brother's face. What do we do? And I'm like, well, you go do this, this, and this. And then I've seen it two separate people.
Okay.
At least that,
According to them.
At least that, according to them, that Eric Crawford has talked to at WDRB.
Right.
So you've got two different people. Do you have 4 or 5 people that saw the gun? The thing to know is that there were 3 incidents here. Okay. Like there was the first incident when they were asked to leave and they put up a fight about it. There was a second incident the day of the night that the really bad incident. And the second incident is the one that you have on video. And I've sent it to you. But the thing is,
I can't really tell much. I mean, it's right. It doesn't.
And it's important to note that that's not the fraternity that got beat up later on that night. That was a misidentified fraternity. Like that was not the fraternity. It was the second fraternity that's involved.
So there's a
that
pattern,
got beat
y'all.
up in that video.
That's a
so
pattern.
The Kentucky football players who did that, okay, they thought that they were going after the dudes that they got later. But they so you got 2 fraternities involved. Everybody's got focused on one fraternity.
Y'all hear
There's
that?
2 of them. You got lots of people who have fraternity. Like the day
If that's
of
not a culture, I don't know what is.
The really bad incident. And the second incident is the one that you have on video. And I've sent it to you. But the thing is,
I can't really tell much. I mean, it's right. It doesn't.
And it's important to note that that's not the fraternity that got beat up later on that night. That was a misidentified fraternity. Like that was not the fraternity. It was the second fraternity that's involved that got beat up in that video. So the Kentucky football players who did that, okay, they thought that they were going after the dudes that they got later. But they so you got 2 fraternities involved. Everybody's got focused on one fraternity. There's 2 of them. You got lots of people who have bruises, and there's females with bruises around their necks. You've seen some of those photos, and it's like, okay, well, how much more evidence do you need? Want to do? And then I would say, music okay? 2 arrest, 8 charges brought now in 4 months.
Why are there no? I mean, that question is fair. Why were there no assault charges? If this is just burglary,
Great question.
I think there's a lot of questions for the elections and police.
There are players of them. You got lots of people who have
tell much.
got beat up.
Sorry, y'all hear
guy
Nikki?
put a gun in one of my brother's face. What do we do? And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
you go do this, this, and this, and then
Y'all hear Nikki asking me
at
if
least
the sound
according
good
to them,
enough?
at least according to them, that Eric Crawford has talked to at WDRB.
Right.
So you've got 2 different people. Do you have 4 or 5 people that saw the gun? The thing to know is that there were 3 incidents here. Okay. Like there was the first incident when they were asked to leave and they put up a fight about it. There was a second incident the day of the night that the really bad incident. And the second incident is the one that you have on video. And I've sent it to you. But the thing is,
I can't really tell much. I mean, it's right. It doesn't.
and it's important to note that that's not the fraternity that got beat up later on that night. That was a misidentified fraternity. Like that was not the fraternity. It was the second fraternity that's involved that got beat up in that video. So the Kentucky football players who did that, okay, they thought that they were going after the dudes that they got later. But they so you got 2 fraternities involved. Everybody's got focused on one fraternity. There's 2 of them. You got lots of people who have bruises, and there's females with bruises around their necks. You've seen some of those photos, and it's like, okay, well, how much more evidence do you need? Want to do? And then I would say, music okay? 2 arrest, 8 charges brought now in 4 months.
Why are there no? I mean, that question is fair. Why were there no assault charges? If this is just burglary,
Great question.
I think there's a lot of questions for the elections and police.
There are players. So in discussing this with the fraternity, there's a player that was not charged. I was surprised by.
Okay.
Because they allege that he actually inflicted some of the most significant damage to one of the attendees of the party. And I don't know if that means that the investigation is ongoing, if more charges will be brought later, or if they can't actually place this particular player there. And one of the reasons why this is a student conduct review hearing, the attorney that was representing Vito Tisdale had information on this individual and said this football player was actually in quarantine at the time, and it was impossible that he would ever break quarantine and go beat the hell out of this kid. Okay. And so they're like, nah, that was 100% him. And then so there's this conflict about the information. I'll play ball. I'll at least hear, because I have been wondering about, people have been asking me to investigate Vito Tisdale, and I don't do investigations. Can you find out what happened? Sure. So this is the first crack, and I'm like, all right, let's see what's going on here. I talked to them, and the first thing that I can tell is that they're scared. Very scared. Like they don't feel like they've been supported. They've gotten in trouble and they've been assaulted. And then one of the things that happened after the student conduct review hearing is that the football players allegedly from the fraternity would show up around their house, girlfriends coming in, and then the girlfriends would come into the house and be like, they're out there. Is Kentucky football really going to go 8-0 against prosecutors this summer?
8-0. Great dismount.
Thoughts, Steve?
8-0, Nikki. Nikki gave you the dismount. 8-0. That means 8 crimes, 8-0 drop charges, violent crimes, platinum DUI crimes. You know what I'm saying? Gun charges, weed charges. 8-0. So what y'all think about that? What y'all think about that mashup? What y'all think about that mashup? Freedom of Information Act, officers' body cams. I mean, it's easy to say these things, but here's the problem. When you show up demanding Freedom of Information Act stuff like that, nobody wants to be followed home for demanding a Freedom of Information Act thing. I agree. And think about it, Lauren, again, to me, the scariest thing about this whole investigation is it happened 6 months ago. Okay, put it this way. It's very scary that it had happened 6 months ago. Y'all should be the most concerned that it happened 6 months ago. What I am most concerned about is people's lack of passion to look into that story, because everybody in my profession heard rumors about this incident. And anybody that tells you different, in my opinion, is lying. Anybody in my profession that says they heard nothing about this story, in my opinion, they're lying to you. Willful ignorance, choosing to look away, makes you complicit. In my opinion. So y'all can apply this to whatever, whoever, and whatever organization you want to. This level of willful ignorance, ignoring the situation, not having a thirst for a story, it means everything that I've been watching has been tainted. It means you've been driving a narrative that supports one thing and attacks another thing. And once you start realizing that people put their careers ahead of the story, now you get to where once I start seeing things like that, it's the scariest thing in my world. Somebody saying, okay, if you report this story, we'll pay you $5,000. But if you report that story, we'll pay you $800. And this is what happens in mainstream media. You get more money, you get offered influence for reporting stories that these people, listen, companies, if you're pro this, will sponsor you for $5 million. But they offer you that other $100,000 just so we don't look biased. Company A says, if you support our product, whatever that product is, we'll donate $5 million to your news station. But if you talk against our product, we'll still donate, but we'll only donate $8,000. I've seen it with my own two eyes. And that's mainstream. And too many of y'all hear mainstream. And again, I just got lucky. I just got lucky ending up in the media. But when I see what goes on as far as people protecting their careers and people's narratives are based on their success, I'm like, so you don't believe that? And you're going to tell everybody who listens to you that they should do this or they should do that. Why do y'all think that I don't have a bunch of I won't say that. I'm not going to say it out loud. I refuse things I don't believe in. Big companies I don't believe in, I'll say no, thank you. But Marques, we're going to give you this much money to say you support blah, blah, blah. Keep your money. No, thank you. Because, yeah, that's great money in my pocket, but the damage it's going to do to y'all. If I get on a radio station and say everybody should get this product, even if it's bad for you, and somebody is willing to pay me a whole bunch of money to tell y'all that, and the only person that wins is me, no thank you. I'd rather sit at home and complain about my electricity bill being too high, and I'll figure something else out. But I won't pass along crap. Now, if you want to do an advertisement for a small business or something, I'll support it all day long. But big companies with influence, and they're trying to influence you through me, yeah, your boy Maybin don't do that. Name, image, and likeness for media. Yeah, they knew this. Yeah. That's why you say things like hiccup. That's why you say words like hiccup. So Maestro, I gotta save it for tomorrow. I gotta save the ACC, Big Ten, Pac-12. I gotta save it for tomorrow. Steve would be pissed at me if I released all my emotions about that tonight. So tomorrow, please be tuned in. I will talk about the ACC, Big Ten, Big Ten, Pac-12 alliance. Again, y'all. Guns down. Don't let it go. Do not let it go. I'm not letting it go. And I'm going to lose. I'll probably lose followers and listeners for keeping it up. Walter, CNN bought and paid for it too. But I agree with what you're saying. Your point is it has to come from an outside source. I know what you're saying. But CNN plays ball as well. Red State Rams, that's the point. That's the point. If I had $1 for how mad people get at me for not taking money, I'd be a millionaire on the money I've turned down. L's up, guns down. Guns down, y'all, guns down. Every time I see that, all I'm going to think is guns down. Every time y'all score a touchdown and I see the guns down, I'm going to say, yeah, I bet. I bet you tucking your guns down. Guns 100% down. This is about an hour and a half mark. Y'all get out of here in the morning. Hot water, lime, add some honey, get some natural, unfiltered, unpasteurized honey. Just do something to make your brain know you're trying to treat your body a little better. Now, I haven't been treating my body the best, but I did take a nap today. That no nap thing and intermittent fasting, I don't think your boy Maybin was made for that. I got to find other ways to take better care of my body than denying my nap. I have a snack. I'll have a chicken salad as a late night snack. But thank you everybody for hanging out with me. Thank you for supporting the channel. Louis V was in here the other night making those L's up, guns down shirts. But when I get mine, I'll wear it. I am also putting together a couple of shirts because I realized we all gonna get some shirts anyway. Jordan, get on out of here. Enjoy your night. Sorry I kept y'all up so late. Enjoy your night. Sorry I cut y'all sleep short. Email me anytime, y'all. madefortheville@gmail. Business inquiries. If you just want me to see an article to talk about, email me. If you're on Twitter, you're in here every night, send me a DM so I can follow you. MadeFortheville, madefortheville@gmail.com. Hit me up on Twitter. Like I said, don't be bashful because networking, your relationships are very, very simple. They're very simple, and everybody can get business partnerships off of just a simple conversation. So reach out, reach out to me. Don't hesitate. It does not bother me. Even if I don't get back to you immediately, I may be caught up, but I see it and I'll get back and I'll address it at night. Middays, good night. Lauren says good night, fam. We'll make that our last one for the night. Enjoy yourself.